Okay, so I'm just gonna pause. I've been recording for like 3 hours now, so I'm gonna stop the recording and then I'll come back whenever either our stop gets hit or our TP gets hit. But this sucks. But yeah, we're gonna stay true to the plan and just hold until one of those gets hit. All right, we finally got stopped out. Let's go over the trade so I can kind of explain my thought process for it. So on, let's see, the 5 minute we had pretty apparent equal highs up here that I wanted to see get swept. After we swept them, then I was looking for some type of break of structure, which was here. Um, I then wanted to see a pullback to at least 50% of this range that we created on the drop down. We pulled back 50% into this large 1 minute fair value gap. I didn't really know where I wanted to enter. However, I did know my stop was going to be above this wick. As price kept going, didn't really give me a reason to enter quite yet. And then once we got back above that buy side liquidity level, we quickly rejected. I then was confident that we would see these lows get taken. So my thought process after we saw that large sell-off was some type of setup as far as 50% pullback into this range, which we did get, but I still didn't have a clear idea of where I wanted to enter. I guess honestly the only real entry would have been this inverse that I really liked. I could have entered there and then just seen down to this low, but I didn't take that. Instead, I sat on my hands and waited. And what I waited for was after we made another low, I wanted to see 50% pullback of this range, which we got, and then into this fair value gap. And that's where I entered. So I entered right here. As soon as we hit this fair value gap, I had to stop slightly above this high. It was literally 21,814.5, and the high of this was 814.25. So barely didn't get stopped out there. And then I was targeting this low for my first take profit. We got close, didn't quite hit it, and then we came back and then eventually got stopped out. So that was a grind of a trade, but I stuck to my plan. I waited until stop loss or take profit got hit, so I'm happy about that. The thing I wish I would have done differently would be watching this fair value gap and just seeing how we would have reacted off of it. I entered as soon as we touched it, when I should have really just waited for some type of confirmation to the downside. If I would have waited for this large candle to print straight through it, then I probably would not have entered that trade. But yeah, so we took one L today. It took an hour and a half to get. We are down $101 on the day. So be it. Move on to the next.